what would you say, like when you were a child, let's think of some of your interests. Thomas the Tank Engine was your biggest interest as a child. I remember we couldn't even get you any presents that didn't involve Thomas the Tank Engine. Even though you had all the little die-cast Thomas toys and you had all the videos and you even had a tape with all the songs on, we had to find other Thomas things for you. And do you remember, like, everything had to be blue?
Yes, I do remember that. If it wasn't blue, I'd have an extreme meltdown, wouldn't I?
Yeah. And do you think that was because it was, why do you think you liked blue so much?
Well, because Thomas the Tank Engine was blue, and so blue was a colour I knew and felt safe in what was a very fearsome and disjointed world.
Yeah. So do you think that special interest, that's something you become really interested in? It makes you feel safe in the world, really? Yes. Even now, would you say?
Yes, definitely, absolutely.
So, with all this coronavirus, have you gone more into your interests, do you think? Yeah. So what have you been going into lately?
Well, my latest interest is probably Japanese animation, actually.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
And how does that... I don't watch Star Wars or Japanese animation, but I have seen some of it, and I know that they make very obvious, like, facial features, and they quite often sort of say what their emotions are.
Yes.
So that's really helpful, isn't it? That whole... It's
often much more exaggerated, yeah.
And do you feel like some of their characters seem to be autistic as well, so you can identify with them?
Yeah, the characters tend not to be like normal people in real life. Yeah. Oh, I mean, maybe I shouldn't say normal, but you know what I mean. Like most people are.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's really normal anyway.
Yeah. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask at any time, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, because we are here, and if you want to ask questions after it, sometimes people get a chance to watch the live stream later, so we can always, do another live stream to answer people's questions afterwards.
Yeah.
It is an interesting thing to think about interests, special interests, because they used to use the word obsessions. Maybe it is an obsession. Do you think it's an obsession or an interest? It's just a word, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't necessarily... I mean, I think obsession like covers more than just special interests. Like, obsession can also lead to being obsessive about things, like obsessive in your thoughts as well.
Yeah.
Like, even if they're negative obsessions.
And do you sometimes have that as well, Alex?
Yes.
Those obsessive thoughts.
Yeah.
So that's like the flip side of the positive side of the special interests, that it can move into those, you don't just have a negative thought, but that negative thought won't go away.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you sort of dealt with that video that you made, didn't you, about anxiety, really?
Yeah.
You called it Scudder.
Yes, yeah, if you want to check that out, please do. If you check out the film about Scudder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I suppose it is really, really hard. Do you find, though, that if you're having one lot of, like, obsessive, negative thoughts, that if you watch a Star Wars film or you look at something you're really interested in, it can help to it's almost like you're filling that space of the negative thoughts and putting something else in its place, isn't it?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, that's really interesting.